Hey guys, so if you're a beauty insider, then you probably got this in the mail the other day. This is a flyer that Sephora sent out to promote some of the new products for fall or to give you an idea of how to create some looks for fall or what the trends are going to be. And I read this thing like 10 times. I could not put it down. I kept looking at it and looking at it. And this is my interpretation of what they were doing here. I wanted to put my own spin on it and tweak it a little bit and make it a little bit more to my liking. So if you want to see how I did this look, then just keep on watching. Okay, so I'm going to focus on the eyes and lips part of this look because otherwise the video will be ridiculously long. So I've already applied my face products. Everything will be listed in the description box. And then I used MAC's Soft Ochre Paint Pot to prime my eyes. So we'll kick it up from there, or pick it up from there. The first thing I'm going to show you that's going to go on my eyes is not even an eye product. I was going through my collection recently trying to clean out things that I never use. And I came across this, and it's a great product, but it just isn't the right color or tone for me. And it's Hoola Bronzer. And I tried using it as an eyeshadow, and I loved it because this is a very soft formula. It just melts into the skin. So I'm going to put this as my transition shade today. And I've done this before, so I know I like it. So I'm just going to take this medium fluffy brush by e.l.f. and put a little bit of this bronzer on the brush and tap off the excess because it's a little bit powdery, but when you apply it, like I said, it just melts right into the skin. So I'm going to go in the crease area, going up maybe, a little bit higher than you normally would for a crease color. And this is just going to be our transition shade. So I'm just going to buff that into the skin, and that's just going to give me a nice light transition. Yeah, I'm so glad that I found a way to use this because I'm not really a bronzer person. When I buy these type of products, I do like to contour my face, so I need something that is a little cooler because my skin is, cool tone. So this works great as an eyeshadow. It actually blends a lot nicer than a lot of other eyeshadows that I've tried. All right, so now this side is a little bit darker, so let's just add a little bit more to this side. Make sure they're even. Okay, that's pretty even. Maybe just pop a little bit more in the outer corner there. Okay, now the next thing that I'm going to use is the Urban Decay Single Eyeshadow in Relish. This is a matte warm red color. I had some cool tone reds, but didn't have any warm tone reds. So we're going to pop that in the crease. I'm just going to use this NYX number 13 brush. And this is my first time using this. I swatched it, but I haven't used it yet. So this looks to be, I can tell by looking at the brush that this is super pigmented. So I'm gonna very lightly just kind of dab that in the crease to see what the pigmentation is like. Wow, yeah, that's really pigmented. So I'm just going to start by putting a little bit in the crease on both sides and just kind of pat it in there. and then I'm going to go back and blend it. Yeah, when something is this pigmented, if I was to go in with the brush with the eyeshadow on it and try to start applying it, then it would end up being too much. So it would be better to go back in with a different brush and blend it with that. And even though I did that, it's still really intense. But what I'm going to be using on my lids is also very intense, so I'm gonna leave it fairly intense. We can always go back and blend more after if we want to. Okay, so it's blended, but it's still fairly intense. Okay, the next product I'm going to use is an Urban Decay Moondust shadow. I've never had one of these before, but I did a little bit of reading about it. This is in the shade Midnight Blast, and it's a very, very glittery brown shade, warm brown. And what I was reading on the Urban Decay website, they recommend that you apply this with your finger. And I think that might be because of the fallout that you could possibly get. So I'm just going to swirl my ring finger in there. And there's what it looks like. And then I'm going to press it onto the eyelid. And I do have that MAC Soft Ochre paint pot on there. So that's definitely going to make a difference in terms of fallout. It will prevent fallout. And I put a tiny bit more on than I normally would, anticipating that that could be an issue. You can, of course, use a brush if you want to, but then you might have to clean up fallout afterwards, and that's not a fun thing to do, so. All right, so I just pressed that on there. Okay. All right, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to wipe off my finger. Okay, despite the fact that I tried to be very careful, I did get some fallout that I had to clean up. So now we're just going to take a Marc Jacobs black eyeliner in Blacquer, and I'm going to apply that off camera to save time on the lower lash line and the upper lash line. Okay, so eyeliner is on, and now I'm going to go back to that Urban Decay Relish eyeshadow, and I'm going to put a little bit of that on a small pencil brush, and I'm going to blend that, smudge that right into that eyeliner, right underneath it. And if you're not a fan of black eyeliner, another option that would look really pretty with this look, I think, would be like a bronze eyeliner. Yeah, or you could even do something plum or red or wine or something along those lines. So now I'm going to curl my lashes and put on some mascara. And I had already done my brows when I did my face makeup, so now we can move on to the lips. I always start with my NYX Lip Primer. And that's just going to hold everything in place where it's supposed to be and make it last longer. Then I'm going to use the Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Lip Pencil in the shade Venom. And this is a cool berry. So I've lined my lips and now I'm going to fill them in using the side of the pencil. So you want to use the pointy side to line them, and then you're sort of shading them with the side to fill them in. You don't have to do it that way, but it makes it quicker. This is such a beautiful shade for fall. Now you could stop there if you wanted to, because you do get a lot of pigment with these. But I'm going to move on and use the matching lipstick. And I have the Revolution one, which was their previous line. But now their current line is called Vice, and they do still have this color in the Vice line. But I still have the Revolution one. Okay, so that's more of a bam in your face color now. But it all sort of ties in with the warm eye. Even though it's a cool berry color, it sort of ties together. Okay, now I'm gonna go take down my hair. And that is the completed look. So this is my interpretation of the cover of the Sephora mailer for fall that just went out. And, you know, I tweaked it a little bit to make it more to my liking. And so I hope you enjoyed this look. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Thanks for watching.